Hey everybody, this is Steve from Average Joe's Fantasy Football, and we've got another start and sit video for you guys. This is now going to be the running back, again, PPR edition for week 5. Yes, we are in week 5 right now. We've got a game on Thursday night, which will be actually a great game. We've got the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams, so finally a good Thursday night game. So make sure you guys have your lineups ready, and hopefully this video helps you out with that. We are going to jump into this again, not too much as far as the obvious or things like that, but I did want to actually jump into your fantasy leaders. So we are about a quarter of the way done, right? The season's already a quarter of the way there, and I actually wanted to put who the top 10 fantasy leaders are for the running back position. Again, this is PPR based off of pretty much standard scoring in Yahoo and Sleeper. So I put these guys here. So you've looked, number 1, Derrick Henry makes sense. He has been outperforming really his average draft position like crazy. There are a couple guys that are surprising. One of the biggest surprises I will say is you've got an Alvin Kamara, for example, who is nowhere near the top 10. And he was drafted usually 1, 2, 1, 3, right? Dalvin Cook, another one due to injury. Christian McCaffrey. So a lot of those top running backs that a lot of people went after, unfortunately, are not even in the top 10. All right. There are some guys that are in there like a James Robinson that a lot of people were unsure of. He's in the top 10. You got Saquon, who a lot of people were unsure about his injury. He's in the top 10. So these are all your guys that are in the top 10 that I guess you would say, again, outperformed, where some of these guys have outperformed where their ADP is, and some are underperforming where their ADP was. All right. Now we've got the obvious. Look, these are your obvious guys. These should be the starters every single week. Again, no reason not to start them. If you guys do have questions, maybe you guys, a certain back you're not really sure of because you have another good back, again, hit us up in the comments, but these are your obvious starts. All right. Now let's jump into the starters. So these are the best starts that I feel this week coming into week 5. So the first guy I have is Darrell Henderson. Darrell Henderson is going against the Seahawks. The Seahawks are allowing 128 yards to the running back, which is 32nd in the NFL. And they're allowing 31.8 points, which is 31st in the NFL. They are dead last when it comes to the running game. And as far as that goes, you've got a great back. And what I mean by great back is he's in a pristine opportunity to score really well. He came back from injury last week, did really well. And I think this is going to be another great matchup for him going against Seattle. I think this is going to be a nice game, really good game. I think it's going to be a little bit of a, I'm expecting at least, I'm thinking over 60 points in this game as far as, scoring goes for both teams. But I do like Darrell Henderson. Another guy I like, and this is, again, a little bit of an asterisk, is I have Chuba Hubbard as a good start against the Eagles. Now, Hubbard, if he does start, I think has a good matchup. He's going against the Eagles, who are allowing 127 yards against the run, which is 31st in the league. And they're allowing 28.6 points, which is 17th in the league. The reason why I have an asterisk on it is the fact that Christian McCaffrey did practice this week, and that may or may not change. And if obviously CMC is back, then obviously you're going to put Christian McCaffrey in. If not, I think they're going to hold him. I just think they're excited that he's back to practice. That's a good sign for possibly next week. There's a good chance he's not playing. But if he doesn't play, Hubbard is a good start. And the last guy I have is another good start, and it's going to be Damian Williams for Chicago. Now, obviously, Montgomery's out for at least 4 to 5 weeks. That's where we're at right now with him. And with that said, Damian Williams came in. Damian Williams had 15 points coming in, filling in after Montgomery. And they're going against the Raiders, who are allowing 94 yards a game, which is 19th in the NFL. But they're allowing a lot of points, 26.9 points. So they are allowing a lot of points to the running back. So I like this matchup a lot. I think he's going to be more of a benefit when it comes to PPR, just because the fact that he still really doesn't have anybody else to compete with. And the Raiders, I think, are going to score pretty well. I do think the Raiders struggle. I actually do have Chicago winning this game. And you've got Justin Fields announced as the QB1. He is the QB1 for the rest of the season. So no more, is it Dalton? Is it Nick Foles? Is it, it's Justin Fields. All right. That is the guy, which is good for his confidence. I think that's going to be good for him going forward and good for the rest of the team. All right. Now, as far as your sits go, the first guy I have as a sit is going to be Myles Gaskin. Myles Gaskin is one of those running backs that unfortunately got drafted pretty high in most fantasy leagues, but he has underperformed. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Tua is not there, which is hurting them a little bit for Miami. I think they've I would say given up on Gaskin, but they're just not utilizing him properly. Plus, he's going against the Bucs. The Bucs are the best team against the run. They're allowing 42 yards a game, and they're only allowing 19.5 points. They're awesome. I mean, you got teams like Ezekiel Elliott who struggled. There's a lot of running backs who are just struggling against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and most people are having success against them in the pass. So I do see more of a passing, game, and obviously in this game it could be where they're playing behind, and again, Gaskin gets kind of left behind. So I don't like Myles Gaskin. Another guy I have as a sit, and he's actually someone I've been having as a good start the last couple weeks, is I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire as a sit. They're going against the Bills, who are allowing 51 yards a game to the running back, which is 4th in the NFL, and they're only allowing 12.9 points to the running back, which is 4th in the NFL. This is not a good matchup for Clyde, all right? And here's the thing. I like him. I like him for most of the season. Like I said, the last 2 weeks, I've had him as a good start, and he's performed really well. He's had over 100 rushing yards per game the last 2 games. But this is not a good matchup for him. I think this is going to be a game where it's going to be more of Mahomes versus Allen than it is going to be the running backs. So I don't like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Last guy I have as a sit is Miles Sanders. Look, Miles Sanders, for whatever reason, is getting put to the back burner for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're really putting everything on Jalen Hurts, which I think is only going to cripple him as far as his growth, because they're trying to see if this is really the quarterback for them. But Miles Sanders is really put in the back. And on top of that, he's not even getting PPR results. Like, he's not even getting catches from there. And they're going against the Panthers, who are allowing 76 yards to the running back. Right now, it's 10th in the NFL. They're also allowing 12.4 points, which is also a very low scoring. That's a huge one. Miles Sanders is not getting enough production, and on top of that, you're going against a really good Panthers defense. Yes, they got shredded, obviously, by the Cowboys, but that's a different type of run offense, so I don't like Miles Sanders. Now, the last thing I want to talk about are some sleepers. So the first running back I have as a good sleeper is going to be James Conner. James Conner is going against the 49ers, who are allowing 85 yards to the running back, which is 15th in the NFL, but they are allowing a lot of points, which is 26.5. So that's where again, one of those things that I think a lot of people are overlooking, but James Conner's been averaging double digits in fantasy. He's getting a lot of the goal line work. He's getting a lot of the rushing attempts. Not so much the pass catching, of course. That's going a lot to Edmonds. But both Edmonds and Conner are both seeing success in the backfield. And I think part of that is just how explosive that Cardinals offense is. So I like James Conner as a good sleeper. And the last guy I have as a good sleeper is Zach Moss. Yeah, again, he's not wowing people. He's getting about 9 to 12 points in fantasy. But if you need something, maybe a stretch, maybe he's, again, not a lot of good running backs out there. But they are going against the Chiefs. This is where I do think he's going to be a better success than Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's going against the Chiefs, who are allowing 90 yards a game to the running back, which is 18th in the NFL. And they're allowing 29.5. This is what made it big for me. They're allowing 29.5 points to the running back position, which is 28th in the NFL. So yeah, there's not a lot of yards, but they're allowing rushing touchdowns. They're allowing receiving PPR. So I like Zach Moss a lot as far as a good sleeper. Again, he's somebody that you might want to put in the flex, or maybe you have multiple flex positions. I would not put him in the RB1, RB2 quite yet, but I do like Zach Moss as a good flex. Again, he's a good one. He's got a good matchup. So those are your start and sits. Those are who I recommend or don't recommend this week as far as week 5 goes. If you guys do have questions about who you should start and sit, or maybe you've gotten some trades hidden your way, hit us up in the comments down below, or of course you can hit us up in the DMs. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Feel free to always ask those questions. We're here to help you guys out. If you guys did find this stuff informative and you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you guys are notified every time we drop a video just like this. And hit that like button. We greatly appreciate it. It really shows a lot of love, and it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. On top of that, guys, week 5's here. I'll be dropping the start sits for the wide receiver and tight ends again shortly. So make sure you stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button so that way you guys are notified when I drop those videos for you. And I'll catch you guys next time.